We're here at the IAB Digital Summit 2017 and I'm interviewing Ferial Haffajee, the editor-at-large of the Huffington Post South Africa. Ferial, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Your talk was about fake news.
Yes.
Can you tell us what the concept fake news, can you define it for us, please?
We live in a very exciting media world where the barriers to entry have been lowered and it's so much more democratic, easy to get your views, your opinions out. The negative side of that is that it makes it very easy for nefarious elements to also get onto this amazing information superhighway. And fake news is part of that development. I guess we began to know the term very well during the US election, which many people believe was won because of the proliferation of false and untrue news. Whether that's true, the jury's still out about that. But what's become clear in that South Africa is now facing our very own version of fake news. And how does that look here? I think it's very much been in response to a golden age in investigative journalism where I think our journalists have done us quite proud at really ensuring our democracy stays on its feet. In response to that, a grouping of people, and I'm trying to work out where, have put together a massive campaign of false news and slanderous content aimed at the journalists who are writing investigations. The context it's happening in is where I think we're in a headlong drive into an era of super corruption, where this idea of the state being captured by private interests intent on making huge and quick fortunes, which we've seen in Italy, in the US, in Nigeria, all over the world. We're now in that world, and it's easier in a time of globalization. Good media, investigative media, has exposed this and upset many of those interests. I think it's those interests that are behind the fake news campaign we are now witnessing.
What can we do to ensure that we continue with our good journalism, not just for the sake of for good journalism to survive, but also for the country?
You know, any number of global studies about South Africa always highlight the media as being a real positive and an asset in our country. That can be your Moody's, your ratings agencies, anybody who studies South Africa always recognizes that. I think we've got to keep that media strong, and we've got to keep it well resourced, and we've got to keep it doing what it does well in order to show that verified, truth-based news is the only antidote to fake news.